Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. You know, there's this one little grammar point that trips up so many English learners, and that's the past simple versus the present perfect. They look so similar, right? But trust me, they tell completely different stories. So let's dive in and break it all down.
All right, let's just jump right in with an example. How does this sentence sound to you? I have seen that movie yesterday. It sounds kinda right, doesn't it? But no, it's incorrect. And I promise, by the time we're done here, you are going to know exactly why, and it's all going to click.
So first things first, let's meet the past simple. I think the absolute easiest way to get your head around this one is to think of it as your go-to tool for telling a finished story, a story with a clear beginning and end.
Yeah, the key phrase to lock in your mind is started and finished. That's it. When you're using the past simple, you're talking about something that's totally done. It's over, finished. It has zero direct connection to right now. It's all packed away in the past.
And here's a really cool way to picture it. Just think of the past simple as a snapshot photo, you know? Like an old picture you find in a shoebox. It captures one specific moment in time, maybe a birthday party from when you were a kid, or that one vacation you took last summer. That moment is frozen, it's framed, and it's basically sitting on a shelf. It's just a memory.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting, because English actually gives us clues, little timestamps baked right into our sentences. Words like yesterday, last week, in 2010, 5 years ago. When you see one of those, it's like a giant neon sign pointing to a finished time. That's your cue right there to use the past simple. Easy.
All right, so we've got our snapshot tense. Now let's flip the script and meet our second contender, the present perfect. And if the past simple is a finished story, the present perfect is, well, it's the exact opposite. It's all about an ongoing connection. You could even say it's a bridge.
See, with the present perfect, we don't really care when something happened. That's not the point. What we do care about, what's super important, is the result of that past action, the connection it has to this very moment. It's like the past is reaching out and having an effect on the now. So, let's go back to our metaphors. If the past simple was that snapshot, the present perfect is a bridge, right? It's a structure that starts way back in the past, but it leads directly to where you're standing right now. The event isn't just some old memory, it's totally relevant to what's happening.
And just like before, we've got some signal words to help us build that bridge. Think about it. Words like for and since show something is still going on. Ever and never talk about your entire life experience, right up to today. And then you've got already, yet, and just. Those all connect something that just happened to the immediate present. They're all bridge words.
Okay, so the theory is all well and good, but now it's time for the showdown. Seriously, putting these two side by side, that's when the light bulb really goes on and everything just clicks. So check this out. On the left, our snapshot. She lived in Paris for 5 years. What does that tell you? It tells you that chapter is closed. She doesn't live there now. But look at the right, the bridge. She has lived in Paris for 5 years. That means she started 5 years ago and she's still there. See that? One tiny little word change and the meaning is completely different. It's wild. Okay, here's another great one. I lost my keys yesterday. You're just telling a story, right? A story about yesterday. Maybe you found them, maybe you didn't, who knows? The focus is on the past. But now look at the other side. I have lost my keys. You can feel the stress, can't you? The focus isn't on when. The focus is on the result, right now. I'm locked out of my house. That's not a story, that's news, bad news.
So this table just boils it all down perfectly. For past simple, you're thinking finished action, specific time. The big question is always, when did it happen? But for present perfect, you're thinking past action, present result. And the question becomes, so what's the result now? That's the core difference right there.
All right, now for the part you've been waiting for. Let's get super practical. I'm going to give you a simple mental tool. Think of it as your grammar cheat sheet to help you nail this every single time.
It's just a 2-question test. That's it. Question 1, is the time finished? Does the sentence talk about yesterday or in 1999? If the answer is yes, boom, past simple, you're done. If the answer is no, you just move on to question 2. Is there a result in the present? If the answer here is yes, you need the present perfect. Simple as that.
Look, if you forget everything else, just remember this one little quote. It's gold. The past simple tells a story. The present perfect gives news. Just ask yourself, am I telling a story about what happened, or am I giving an update that matters right now?
That simple distinction, it's everything.
So let's go all the way back to the beginning. That sentence, I have seen that movie yesterday. You know why it's wrong now, don't you? Yesterday, that's a finished time. It's a snapshot. So it has to be the past simple. I saw that movie yesterday. See? You've got the secret. So here's my challenge to you. As you go about your day, listening and reading, how many grammar bridges and snapshots are you going to start noticing? I bet it's a lot.